What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, coming at you from the Flying J in Carneys Point, New Jersey. Got out here about 14 hours early. Could have been 24 hours early, but we shut down for a 10 in Ohio just because I wasn't going to be worried about parking and all that kind of stuff if we got out here too early. So here we are now, but just chilling. Just had my co-driver Eric. He backed into this spot over here like he was a straight up G. Now, like I said, he got in the spot easy, but once it's time to center that bad boy, like I said, you don't want him fucking around no coloring books, boy, because he's gonna be all outside the lines. You know what I'm saying?
It's in there.
So anyway, he did end up getting it straight and all that kind of stuff. I mean, he was straight to begin with, but he was had 2 inches on this side next to the yellow line and about 8 or 9 inches on the other side. So technically he got it in. But you know, one of the things that I keep asking him during the duration of our stay together, what do I keep asking you?
I gotta pick one thing.
Yeah.
Center it.
That's not a question. That's something to do. What I keep asking him is, are you all right? And are you about this life? You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm saying that,
Yeah.
the reason I say that is because I think a lot of people get into this industry, and a lot of people have, you know, like in his case, I think he said he wanted to be a truck driver since he was little. You know, people get into this and they think it's, you know, instead of being a job, it's kind of like a, you know,
It's a lifestyle.
well, a lifestyle is what it is, but a lot of people, I think, don't really understand the lifestyle. Or it's, you know, it's not necessarily a fantasy. That might be a little bit too strong, but I mean, I think a lot of people get into this thinking it's going to be something it's not, and then they become disillusioned. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when I got into this was a job. You know what I'm saying? And like I've said before, I really don't like driving all that much. You know what I'm saying? It's a means to an end. So all the negative stuff that could happen when in this job, whether it's sitting too much or whatever the situation is, to me, it's just part of the job. It doesn't take away from any illusions I had of what this job would be. So I think a lot of people that get into this industry,
They romanticize it.
yeah, they romanticize it, and it turns out being something that isn't what they thought it would be. And then, you know, you have people getting out. You know, I don't know what the fallout rate is for people that, you know, either quit during TNT or quit shortly after that once they realize that this is not what it seemed like it would be. And I think that a lot of those people are people that don't look at it the same way I do. Like I said, it's 100% a job. It's an easy job, which is listen, if this job was hard, there is no way I would be doing it. I mean, it is hard on the lifestyle, all that kind of stuff, and that I will give it. But in terms of what the job is, I don't think you could possibly find an easier job. And it just happens to fuck, I lost my damn train of thought. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if this job was hard at all, I would not be doing it. So that's why dang, look at how ashy my knuckles are. That's the only reason I'm doing this job. You know, like I said, all the little inconveniences that you have, like I was just at a shipper, and for those of you guys that saw my last video when I was like a little upset with sales on what was going on at the shipper, we ended up getting a better load. Same load, but they got rid of the first pickup, added a second pickup, which was a much better load in terms of the route we were going to end up taking, because our second pickup was a little bit further down south in California, so we ended up taking the 40 as opposed to the 80, things like that. But even through stuff like that, those are inconveniences. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like this job will frustrate me, but it's not like I'm under any hopefully you get my point. But I was able to get a rolling 34. Well, not yet. My rolling 34 will be up at, let's say around midnight, maybe a little bit before that. And, you know, I'm trying to keep him on days, but he has kind of been showing that, you know, I'm not sure if he's a night rider yet, but he has been driving, you know, into the darkness, stuff like that.
Just holding out on you.
Yeah, his Jake skills are getting a little bit better, especially on the highway. But I think I'll start off this drive tomorrow, because if anybody's hitting any bridges or missing any turns, tomorrow is going to be me. So hopefully we'll get a load to get in and out of here and hit it, you know, somewhere out of this northeast. But a lot of mushroom places around here, so I'm assuming if I was to guess what our next load is going to be, it's going to be a mushroom load, which, well, that's what I hope, because all those pickup places are within 30 miles of where I'm sitting right now, so reduce the deadhead, all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much the update. Like I said, I wish I'm not one to be out here filming people and everything like that, but I might. I mean, not somebody else is struggling, because if I was going to do that, I would have had plenty of chances to do it earlier today. Watching some of these people back in here, or somebody was trying to pull into a spot head in. And I was like, let me take a picture of that license plate now, because when he tries to back out in the morning, it's going to be a struggle. But he came into that bad boy, like I said. I don't think I got to worry about him backing or anything like that, or having him get out on his own, struggling too much. I mean, everybody is going to struggle for maybe that little bit, but he's good to go. Totally off the point of what I was talking about earlier, but you know, you have so many people that are impatient, and I can understand it. If I'm coming into a truck stop and there's maybe a couple spots and somebody's taking up all the time, maybe, you know, I'm gonna lose a spot, you know, I might be a little impatient, never really honk horns or do anything like that. I'm, you know, stuffing that frustration inside. But there was this asshole over here, First Class Carriers Incorporated, who was like sitting out here all frustrated, honking at somebody trying to back in, and you know, that person had 2 spots to back into, so I don't know why that was hard, but he could be new, you never know. But this guy's all honking at his horn, talking shit on the CB, finally gets his chance to back in. This motherfucker needs to take like 8-9 pull-ups to get in his spot. So if you're gonna be impatient and out there trying to clown somebody when you're backing, you better get that shit in there and not look like an idiot while you're doing it. So enough about that. Did you look at the reviews on this place we're dropping off tomorrow?
No, I didn't.
Always look at the reviews. They got overnight parking. It said that in the notes and everything, but they did confirm it on the reviews. Some people said, you know, they load or unload quick. Some people said it was long, just like any other place. But listen, I don't care if it takes long or not, because he just went off duty at, like, let's say 3 p.m. If it takes a long time for us to get unloaded, if we go somewhere else and it takes a long time to get loaded, we could mess around and get him a 34 out of all this stuff. So that would be the goal, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go for now. Just wanted to pop in here and say what's up after our cross-country venture. I'll get back with y'all once I figure out what our next load is gonna be, and I'm gonna make sure he adds up his hours, because, you know,
I got my notebook.
yeah, unlike, you know, some of the stuff I've been hearing, you know, heard some students say that trainees or trainers are trying to keep people on the truck so they can keep running. Listen, there's an unlimited supply of students out there if that's what you wanted to do. Nobody's trying to force you on their truck. As a matter of fact, the sooner I can get rid of this guy, the better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I love him, but 30,001 miles, I'm gonna be like, ask him what's up. No, I'm joking. But anyway, that's it. I appreciate you stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. As always, comment, subscribe. I'm out.